Command line options that affect option file handling. Most SQL programs that support option files handle the following options. Because these options affect option file handling, they must be given on the command line and not in the option file. To work properly, each of these options must be given before other options, with these exceptions. So we have the double hyphen print hyphen defaults, may be used immediately after the double hyphen defaults hyphen file. Then we have the double hyphen defaults hyphen extra hyphen file, or the double hyphen login hyphen path. On Windows, if the server is started with the double hyphen defaults hyphen file and double hyphen install options, the double hyphen install must be first. So here we have the link for the starting MySQL as a Windows servers. When specifying file names as an option file as option values, avoid the use of the tilde shell meta character because it might not be interpreted as you expect. The double hyphen defaults hyphen extra hyphen file equals sign file underscore name, and we also have the link for this particular topic. Okay, see, read this option file after the global option file, but on Unix before the user option file, and on all platforms before the login path file. For information about the order in which option file are used, we can check out this link, the using option files. If the file does not exist or is otherwise inaccessible, an error occurs. If the file underscore name is not an absolute path name, it is interpreted relative to the current directory. See the introduction to the section regarding constraints on the position in which this option may be specified. Then we have the double hyphen defaults hyphen file equals sign file underscore name. Read only the given option file. If the file does not exist or is otherwise inaccessible, an error occurs. File underscore name is interpreted relative to the current directory if given as a relative path name rather than a full path name. Exceptions. Even with the double hyphen defaults hyphen file, MySQLD reads MySQLD hyphen auto.cnf and client programs read .mylogin.cnf. See instruction. See the introduction to the section regarding constraint on the position in which this option may be specified. Then we have the double hyphen defaults hyphen group hyphen suffix equal sign str. Read not only the usual option groups but also groups with the usual names and a suffix of str. For example, MySQL client normally reads the in brackets client and in brackets MySQL groups. If this option is given as the double hyphen or double dash defaults hyphen group hyphen suffix equal sign and then the underscore other, MySQL also reads the inside brackets client underscore other and inside brackets MySQL underscore other groups. Finally, we have the double hyphen login hyphen path equal name. Read options from the name login path and the .mylogin.cnf login path file. A login path is an option group containing options that specify which MySQL server to connect to and which account to authenticate as. To create or modify a login path file, use the MySQL underscore config underscore editor utility. We can check out this link, the MySQL underscore config underscore editor hyphen MySQL configuration utility. A client program reads the option group corresponding to the name login path, and in addition to the option groups that the program reads by default, consider this command. So we have here the MySQL space double hyphen login hyphen path equal my path. By default, the MySQL client reads the inside brackets client and inside brackets MySQL option groups. So for the command shown, MySQL reads client and MySQL from other option files and inside brackets client inside brackets MySQL and inside brackets my path from the login path file. Client programs read the login path file even when the double hyphen no hyphen default option is used. To specify an alternate login path file name, see the MySQL underscore test underscore login underscore file environment variable. See the introduction to the section regarding constraints on the position in which this option may be specified. Then we have the double hyphen no hyphen defaults. Do not read any option files if program starts up fails due to reading unknown options from an option file. The double hyphen no hyphen defaults can be used to prevent them from being read. The exception is that client programs read that mylogin.cnf login path file if it exists, even when the double hyphen no hyphen defaults is used. This permits passwords to be specified in a safer way than on the command line, even if the double hyphen no hyphen defaults is present. To create that mylogin.cnf, use the MySQL_config_editor utility. You can check out the section, the MySQL, and then we have the double hyphen print hyphen defaults. Print the program name and all options that it gets from the option files. Password values are masked. See the introduction to the section regarding constraints on the position in which this option may be specified. So that is what we have for the command line options that affect option file handling. Let's check out the next section. So now we have the program option modifiers. So options are Boolean and control behavior that can be turned on and off. For example, MySQL client supports a double hyphen colon hyphen names option that determines whether or not to display a row of column names at the beginning of query results. By default, this option is enabled. However, you may want to disable it in some instances, such as when sending the output of MySQL into another program that expects to see only data and not an initial header line. To disable column names, you can specify the option using any of these forms. So we have the double hyphen disable hyphen columns hyphen names, then we have the double hyphen skip hyphen columns hyphen names, and then finally we have the double dashes double hyphen colon hyphen names equal to the number 0. The double hyphen or double dash disable and the double hyphen skip prefixes and the equal 0 suffix all have the same effect. They turn the option off. So pretty much you have the double hyphen disable, double hyphen skip, and then the equal to 0. They all turn it off. The enabled form of the option may be specified in any of these ways. So we have the double hyphen colon hyphen names, the double hyphen enable hyphen columns hyphen names, and then the double hyphen colon hyphen names equal to the number 1. So the values true, off, and false are also recognized for Boolean options, not case sensitive. If an option is prefixed by the double hyphen loose, a program does not exit with an error if it does not recognize the option but instead issues only a warning. So we have, for example, let's try, let's go into any terminal you have in. I'm gonna use the window PowerShell, and I'm just gonna type in MySQL, and it's gonna be MySQL and then double hyphen loose, and then it's gonna be no, and then no such hyphen, and then it's gonna be option like this. So I'm gonna press enter, and as you can see, we're gonna get the warning unknown option, and inside of the single quotes we're gonna have the double hyphen loose hyphen no hyphen such hyphen option. And as you can see here, again we have this warning. So we have the unknown option, and inside of the single quotes we have the double dash loose dash no dash such dash option. So we have that. The double dash loose prefix can be useful when you run programs for multiple installations of MySQL on the same machine and list options in an option file. An option that may not be recognized by all versions of a program can be given using the double hyphen loose prefix or loose in an option file. Versions of the program that recognize the option process it normally, and versions that do not recognize it issue a warning and ignore it. The double hyphen maximum prefix is available for MySQL only and permits a limit to be placed on how large client programs can set the session system variables. To do this, use a double hyphen maximum prefix with the variable name. For example, we have the double hyphen maximum hyphen max underscore heap underscore table underscore size equal to the 32 uppercase letter M. Prevents any client from making the heap table size limit larger than 32 megabytes. Then we have the double hyphen maximum prefix is intended for use with system variables that have a session value. If applied to a system variable that has only a global value, an error occurs. For example, with the double hyphen maximum hyphen back underscore log equal to the number 200, the server produces this error. We're gonna have the maximum value of the backlog cannot be set. So this is it for the section 4.2.2.4 program options modifiers. So let's check out this final section. Let's see what we have. It's gonna be the section 4.2.2.5 using options to set the program variables. So many MySQL programs have internal variables that can be set at runtime using the set statement. See section 13.7.6.1 set syntax for variable assignment, and then we have also this link for section 5.1.9 using system variables. Most of these program variables also can be set as server startup by using the same syntax that applies to specifying program options. For example, MySQL has a max underscore allow underscore packet variable that controls the maximum size of its communication buffer. To set the max underscore allow underscore packet variable for MySQL to a value of 16 megabytes, use either the following commands. So we can do the MySQL space double hyphen max underscore allow underscore packet equal to the number 16777261, or we can do the MySQL space double hyphen max underscore allow underscore packet equal sign and then 16 uppercase letter M. So yeah, we have that. We have this number that is 16,777,266. That is the reason this uppercase letter M signifies a million, so we have 16 million. Okay, the first command specifies the value in bytes. The second specifies the value in megabytes. For variables that take a numeric value, the value can be given with a suffix of K, M, or G. So K for 10,000, uppercase letter M for a million, or G for pretty much 1,000 millions, or 10 raised to the 9 power, to indicate a multiplier of 1024. So yeah, this is much this is specific. So indicate a multiplier of 1024, then we have 1024 raised to the second power, and then we have 1024 raised to the third power. So yeah, this is a little bit different than conventional mathematics. For example, when used to set the max underscore allow underscore packet, the suffixes indicate units of kilobytes, megabytes, or gigabytes. As of MySQL 8.0.14, a suffix can also be in uppercase letters T, P, and E to indicate a multiplier of 10,024 raised to the 4th power, 1024 raised to the 4th power, and then 1024 raised to the 5th power, and finally 1024 raised to the 6th power. Suffix letters can be uppercase or lowercase. In an option file, variable series are given without the leading dashes. So inside brackets we have the MySQL, then we have the max underscore allow underscore packet, and then we have equal sign, and then the number is gonna be 16,777,266, or pretty much MySQL in brackets, and then max underscore allow underscore packet equal sign, and then 16 uppercase letter M. If you like underscores and an option name can be specified as dashes, the following option groups are equivalent. Both set the size of the server key buffer to 512 megabytes. So inside brackets we have the MySQL D, and then outside we have the key underscore buffer underscore size equal 512, and then uppercase letter M. That signifies million, or yeah. And then we have again inside brackets MySQL D, and then key. This time it's not underscore, it's hyphen or just a dash, so it's gonna be key dash buffer dash size equal sign 512, and then uppercase letter M. Suffixes for specifying a value multiplier can be used when setting a variable at program invocation time, but not to set a value with set at runtime. On the other hand, with set you can assign a variable's value using an expression, which is not true when you set a variable at server startup. For example, the first of the following lines is legal at program invocation time, but the second is not. Pretty much we have this MySQL space double hyphen max underscore allow underscore packet set to the 6 packet equal to the 16 uppercase letter M, and then we will have that the second one is not a legal invocation. So we have the MySQL space double hyphen max underscore allow underscore packet equal sign, and then could be 16 multiplied by 1024 multiplied again by 1024. Conversely, the second of the following lines is legal at runtime, but the first is not. So they say that the second of the following lines is legal at runtime, so let's try it out, but the first one is not. So let's try it out. So let's see. Okay, so first of all I need to log in, so it's gonna be like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna log in with my credentials, and let me see if this is right. So we're gonna set global, and it's gonna be max underscore allow like this, and it's gonna be underscore packet equal, and it's gonna be 16 uppercase letter M. We end it with a semicolon, and we are using this first line. Press enter, and we have incorrect argument type to variable. Okay, so let's try the second one. So it's gonna be set, and it's gonna be global. So set global, and it's gonna be max underscore allowed like this, and there's gonna be underscore, and it's gonna be packet equal to 16, and then we're gonna multiply it with command typing, shift, and then the letter 8 multiply by 1024, and then we're gonna multiply it again by 1024, and we're gonna end this statement with a semicolon. And as you can see, it works. So query okay, zero rows affected. As you can see, conversely, the second of the following lines is legal at runtime, but the first one is not. So this is what we have for the using options to set program variables.